Clay mentioned Texas. It seems like there's a lot of talk coming out that they're having an OU type year from last year. Might be a little bit different, mightn't it? How do you
Oh,
look at
I'm
that?
not gonna, I wouldn't, I don't wanna go back and rehash, last year and, all those. I don't even wanna talk about all the injuries, so anyway, you guys are more than capable of analyzing all that.
So you still look at 2005 kind of as the anomaly year that you had here where, I mean, last year you had all the injuries, but 05 was the one year where everybody was surprised that the team wasn't better. I mean, if you want to point at it, you having that type of year that we're talking about, what the program did.
So you wanna go back and talk about 2005? We're 2010, that's a long time
How it
ago, so.
relates to what other people are doing.
Well, I don't know how it relates.
It's your only rebuilding year.
Well, it was a year that, for whatever reason, we struggled a little bit, had a freshman quarterback and a lot of other young, entirely new offensive
I
line.
guess
And
the point is you've kept it going at a rate where you don't have to rebuild. And,
we sure do. I don't take anything for granted. Every year, you're like I said, you're fighting like crazy to make improvement and get where you want to be.
You mentioned the road record earlier. Someone said your home versus what you do on the road. In 2000 to 2004, I think you guys made a reputation for playing hard on the road, getting big wins on the road, executing. But since 2006, I just looked it up, you guys are 16 and 14 outside of the state of Oklahoma, 19 and 14 away from home.
I bet our home record isn't as good as 2000 and 2004 either.
33 and 0.
Well, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? That didn't make sense. I'm just saying, you're talking about a national championship year, another year, 2 seasons in a row we're undefeated. Well, every year's different. We're obviously aren't that kind of team where we were in when we were having undefeated seasons, since we already lost one. But what are you asking, I guess?
You're getting ready to go on the road. It's a question that comes up anymore every time you guys do go on the road. How can you be so dominant at home, 52-0, 43-10, over and over and over? You're pounding people into the dirt, and then you go on the road and it's a coin toss almost. It literally is. I mean, 16-14, that's a coin toss. Why do you think that is? Why the disparity?
I guess I'd like to see what everybody else's record. Let's go ahead and Google it up, find everybody else's record, and I bet it's not a lot different. Just guessing, but so.
I actually looked it all up. It is quite different. You guys are the disparity. You guys
Because
are
of the home record is why.
Probably.
Yeah, I bet everybody else is around that away from home. I'm just guessing. So, yeah, that's what I thought. So, in the end, there's no magic to it, and then I look at everyone else's records. I don't know whether it be A&M at home, compared to other people at home. I don't know what they are, but I don't see where it matters.
Well, do you,
So.
maybe, I'll try to ask it a different way. When you return from a road game where you either lose or win and struggle to win, does it seem like, are you leaving saying, what happened to my players? They were so good last week at home. I mean, does it seem like the same team, or does it not seem like the same team?
I don't know how to handle you guys. In the end, we played another team that was undefeated at the time. They're playing well. We turn the ball over, or they force the turnover. Sometimes they force your hand. They get a better play than you. Okay, so there it is. That's it.
That's one.
And if if that happened here at home, we'd lose at home too. If they got hot, we had a bunch of turnovers in 05, right? Fumbled probably 3-4 snaps from the center, right? That's what happens when you turn it over. You don't play so well. The other team gets hot. You lose at home or away.
Well, it sounds like what you'd really like to do Saturday night is take care of the ball. Take care of the ball.
Absolutely.
If you take care of the ball, you're pretty confident Saturday night.
Well, if we'll play well in other areas, it's going to take more than just that. But this isn't our first time playing at A&M. So right? You guys are all. We go to every school every other year, so you can look at that too, right? We've been going down to A&M for a long time, right?
You've done pretty well there over time.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we go on the road with everybody in this league for a long time. So you're more than capable of seeing where we're at with everybody there and here.
Your
would it be fair?
Is there any key to success playing in college?
You got to play well. Yeah, you got to play well. You got to take care of the ball. You got to execute offense defensively, and when you do that, you have a chance to win.
Isn't it fair to say Landry has struggled on the road?
Nope,
Why?
because fair to say maybe offensively we have.
But he fumbles at Texas, 0 for 8 at Missouri in the fourth quarter.
Well, again, who's open? Nobody. So yeah, no, it isn't just him. He didn't make all those plays the other night by himself. You got to be protected. You got to have guys get open. You got to have, this, that, and the other to go with them. So I don't buy that. I don't. He wouldn't have looked so good the other night if Ryan isn't behind everybody, or if the protection breaks down and he's on his back. I don't. That's it. Put on one guy. This is the ultimate team sport. One guy is not going to do it.
Would it be fair to compare you guys more to teams like Texas A&M and Texas Tech, or teams like what I've done here, Oregon, Alabama, Ohio State, Nebraska, Texas, Florida, USC?
We're all playing different people. I don't know how to. You do it.
Competing for championships, playing at home, tradition, fan following, all these programs are pretty similar. You guys are way out there.
I don't know how to compare that. You do it. Ask me something about our team, not all this stuff out there. I'm not that out there a guy. So, fair enough?
Speaking of out there, Bob, are you like the rest of us and be glad that the political season is about to end?
Yeah. You talk about negative recruiting. Jeez, oh man. They'd have us in front of the NCAA board for, I'd have been suspended by now, some of the campaigns that are out there.
So you never run for the Senate like Bud?
No chance.
Why do you, that negative stuff you're talking about, we see that in politics, that's the way people do it. But when it comes time to try to persuade voters in college football, no one ever does that. You don't stand up here and say, Auburn sucks, you're a fool to vote for them. Tuberville in 04 didn't say Oklahoma stinks. I mean, why did we get to the point where it's okay in politics and you guys don't ever do it?
Well, if I were to say something, it'd sound like I'm putting the politicians down, and that wouldn't be right. So you can draw from you're
Seems like
the expert writer. You can draw your own conclusions on why.
You've already crossed that line today, so I think you're okay.
How? I just said I'd never run. That's
No,
not.
when you said you'd be in front of the, talk about negative recruiting.
Well, that's obvious to everyone, isn't it?
my point.
I can't listen to it. I can't stand it. But that's just me.
Do you lean right or left?
I can't say that either.
Coach, let me ask you this, and this is another, is it true that some places you think mentally, maybe you don't express it, that this place is tougher to win in than that place? Are there?
I never feel that way about anyone in particular, and because you look at, sometimes you played really well there. So I think last time there we played really well. So and I'm sure other times we haven't, but that's that way about everywhere you go. And a lot of it depends on the team you have and how smart you play that day. So.
How can you prepare players, especially your younger players, for tough atmospheres like Missouri and A&M?
Well, they've already been in the Cotton Bowl, right? So they've already been at Missouri for their homecoming and everyone waiting on you, so they're prepared.
Noise does not seem to be a factor much anymore. I mean, if you're not having a lot of penalties or false starts, that hadn't been the problem. Would you agree with that? I mean,
Right.
So noise seems to be not an issue in this discussion either way.
Well, I don't feel so. We're pretty used to operating, the way we do without having to be vocal, so. All right, enough of the out there stuff. Appreciate it.